And we're here. What is going on, everybody? I think we are live. And after a couple quick technical difficulties, thanks for hanging on with us. If you guys are over on YouTube, give us a shout. Let us know in the comments if this is, like Jordan always says, if this is your first time, drop first underneath of us down here on YouTube. If you're watching us over in the Facebook group, do the same thing in the comments. We always love seeing where everybody's at, but a whole lot of firsts coming in.
Right on.
Very exciting. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This is Sam Cart Takeover, where every single Tuesday, Jordan,
that's right, me,
who's
Jordan,
in studio today with us live in the Sam Cart office, where we dive into a different creator's business. We take a look at how are they monetizing their audience, what are they doing, could they be doing better, right? There's a lot of good stuff going on, and that's what we're doing here today. So, Jordan,
sweet,
you're here.
You're
in person.
Can everybody hear us? Is the audio okay?
If everybody can hear us, let us know.
Perfect.
Give us a thumbs up. Say yes. We are really on the struggle bus today. We were shooting a bunch of stuff outside here in a little bit, which everybody, by the way, big announcement coming tomorrow. My shirt is a slight spoiler alert. Okay, we got some really cool stuff coming your guys' way tomorrow. Very, very excited. Make sure you guys check that out. There's different things from our homepage. You link there from the Sam Cart login screen. A lot of ways to go check out what we have coming your guys' way tomorrow. But we're going to do a couple different things. Jordan, we'll go ahead. We'll bring up the slides and just and see what we got. Today, we are going to be talking about a creator whose name is Jeff Sue. If you know who Jeff is, right, give him a shout down in the comments. Jeff Sue is a YouTuber. He is a Google employee. He's a product marketer at Google, and a really one hell of a content creator. Honestly, his YouTube stuff is freaking awesome. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, he's making everything from Google Sheets to Google Docs to Notion tutorials. Like and he's amassed over some like 200,000 YouTube subscribers. So
absolutely, yeah. So
crushing it.
He makes freaking awesome stuff. Big shout out to Jeff Sue. Go check him out on YouTube. He is great for just cool productivity stuff. He talks about, Google Calendar, and he talks about using Notion, and he talks about just all this other stuff. Honestly, his Canva video helped me a ton, right? We use Canva ourselves to create a lot of the stuff for these, sort of events. And I'm not a graphic designer. I am very not a creative dude. Nothing like what Jordan has going on. And man, it's awesome. He's done a great job. So, but there's a big problem, okay? There's a big problem, and we are going to help Jeff solve that today here. Okay, Jeff has 213,000 subscribers on YouTube. 213,000. We have like, what, 24,000 or something like that?
20,
you know what I mean? Like
almost 24,000 subscribers. So he has 10 times what we have.
Yeah,
almost.
big time, right?
Huge audience.
But I guarantee you that we are monetizing many times better than what Jeff is doing with his much larger audience, okay? So if you guys right now, we're going to talk about how to monetize, right? I think Jeff is missing out on a humongous opportunity to monetize this awesome audience that he has. But before we get going too far, let's take a look. Jordan, let them know, what do we want them to type in the chat if they hear us say something intelligent?
Okay, so this is your first time watching the Sam Cart Takeover. So our initials are SC for Sam Cart. So if you hear something that you like, hear some kind of awesome takeaway, hey, this is a cool fact, or wow, that's a cool insight, type hashtag SC or just SC and then add your takeaway of what you thought. So SC, I did not know that you could make $1 per subscriber. That's awesome. So throughout the chat, you guys are engaged. You guys are a part of this show as much as we are a part of this show. Throughout, type SC. Everyone, right now, let's test it out. Type SC. Just get your fingers going. Get your fingers warmed up.
Just warm them up. You know what I mean? Get the joints moving. You know what I mean? But yeah, if we happen to stumble into something that sounds intelligent, type hashtag SC with that takeaway into the chat. And we like to go back after things are done and find people who left comments with hashtag SC and give away some free stuff. So we got some free stuff coming your guys' way. So
perfect. And this is a perfect time as well to register for next week's event. The link is in the description. It's a Luma event, lu.ma. So it's the first link that you see in the description of this YouTube video. Click that, register for next week. A lot of you have already registered for next week.
We have hundreds of people who have chosen to register for all future Sam Cart Takeover events, which I love.
100 people have registered.
So
join the bandwagon, register for next week's event because you'll get the same emails, same updates to say, hey, don't miss out. Click here. Here's the YouTube link. It'll send you right to this exact show that you're watching. Cool.
That's where we're at. So we got hashtag takeovers. Go register for next week's event. Now, let's get into the heart of it. Let's talk about Jeff Sue and talk about what he could be doing differently.
Okay, Jeff Sue, productivity master. Productivity is a tough topic to break into on YouTube. That's like That is the
because it's
most,
crowded, right? When you say
it's-
that, you mean because there's a
it's-
lot of people doing it.
It's
You know
the
what I mean?
most saturated thing
Yep.
you could ever try to dive into, whether you're blogging, on Twitter, on YouTube, productivity hacks that everyone's trying to do. It's tough, and he's broken through. He's made some noise with
Awesome sound.
great content, great thumbnails, great hooks, and he's found a niche that's like, his credibility is, I work at Google, so I intimately understand how Google products work, like Google Sheets, Google Docs, Gmail, Calendar. His most popular video is a Google Calendar hacks video. So
Yeah,
he's
which is
like,
super awesome. Honestly, I watched it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. I had no idea. You can do some really, really cool stuff there. So, yeah, but and that's what we're here to do. So this is what Jeff does. He creates really cool videos. You know what I mean? Here's a really fun part. A lot of people come to us and they think, man, I've got some stuff to sell, but I don't really know how to go get an audience to pay attention. You know what I mean? A lot of times in these same card takeovers, we're showing you guys that, man, having an audience is not always the answer. You know what I mean? This is somebody who has an audience, and my guess is, right, that right now Jeff is probably making the majority of his revenue like this. He's probably making the majority of his revenue off of YouTube ad revenue, right? Which, to be fair, with 213,000 subscribers, probably isn't zero, but Jeff still has a full-time job.
currently.
That's a fair, what I mean? That's a fair assumption, right? A lot of times YouTube ad revenue, and we talk about it all the time on this show. We have a lot of Sam card creators who have big YouTube ad, revenue, have big YouTube subscribers, and all of them say that YouTube ad revenue is minuscule compared to what they make from what, Jordan?
Yeah, compared to what you can make with a digital product, but I mean,
Digital
like
products.
even the right, he's got 8 million views he's collected on YouTube, so
ton of
you could
views.
do like $1 per 1,000 views. I mean, like when I see 8 million, I think of like, okay, he's made about $80,000 on YouTube, maybe roughly. I don't know if that math is right. I don't know what I've said is, but roughly $80,000 from his YouTube channel over the course of the last 2 or 3 years.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Not bad. You're not quitting your job over that.
You're not quitting your job. No,
No.
YouTube ad revenue is very, very rarely someone's full-time gig. You know what I mean? Very rarely does that really pay the bills. Only on the biggest of big YouTube accounts. So if you are a creator and you're thinking, I'm just going to build a following, I'm going to get this YouTube subscriber list, whatever like that, and wait for the YouTube ad revenue, you are likely missing out. Jeff also has a homepage, right? He has got jeffsue.org. And we'll kind of break into what's going on there. But Jordan, how is he monetizing off of that homepage?
I think he has a newsletter is what we determined. We went to his site, jeffsue.org, and it's you'll find out it's a little disappointing, or it's like not it's kind of a dead end, but we'll dive into it a little bit further. But there's not really a place to monetize. And
There's not much, honestly. There's really not much there.
Yeah.
And then the last one is a Skillshare course.
We've talked about Skillshare. If you've watched previous episodes, for the OGs watching, we've talked about Skillshare in the past. That Skillshare, well, and we have several slides on this, that it takes 70% of your revenue, and you only get to keep 30% of the revenue you make as a Skillshare creator.
You create all the content,
Did
and
you
they
know that?
generously give you 30% of all the revenue of people who pay them $12 a month and cancel 3 months in, right? It is a revenue black hole. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about number one, products, right? This is sort of the weird one, okay? So we'll go ahead. I'm going to bring myself up. I want to be a little bit bigger to talk to you all about this one, right? If we go to jeffsue.com, which I don't know, do you have stuff in the slides about that? Or do you want to we can go to his site even?
Yeah, I have one on Jeff Sue. Yeah, right
Cool.
here. Exactly.
Okay, so you go to Jeff's homepage, okay? And there's he kind of has, like, if you look up in the top, right, top navigation, if you look, I'll point at it, it's right here. That's where it is. There's a little thing that says courses, right? And if you go and you click on that, there is a course available, but what he's doing is he's sending everyone over to Skillshare, right? So he's made this one course. It's kind of disjointed. It's not really like you go to Jeff to learn about productivity hacks, and this course that he has is about how to run a big event, like for a company. You know what I mean? It's like kind of this, like, these things don't line up. Like, I'm here for A and you're kind of giving me B, you know what I mean? Or even like F, like it's kind of down here. You know what I mean? So biggest first problem that we see, right, is that Jeff is not offering people something to buy that is in line with why people are watching Jeff, right? That's the biggest thing, right? If you go make a video about how to use Google Calendar, tags or like that, you should be selling something right there that's related to, like, hey, how to use the rest of Google Suite, right? Or how to use all of Google Suite, things like that.
How to take it one step further, how to go deeper into the
Exactly.
subject.
Line up your content and your offers and watch your sales take off, right? A really, really big one there. But then there's another problem. You've got this newsletter over here, right? And let me go ahead. I'm gonna
go full screen with this, because it's like
Yeah.
you go to his page, and we've talked about this in the past about a website is having too many navigations at the top. Your audience get lost, your customers get lost. If you're trying to sell a product, they don't know where to go first. So they're just going to click around, browse around until they find something, they get bored or they get lost, and then they're out. So if you're trying to sell a product from your main web page, probably not a good idea. But yeah, hang on. Go give me full screen because I think we're blocking it right there. So we were trying to find.
Yeah, that's right. I always forget a little
So
layer
it's
there.
like, so we go to his website and we try to find.
I forgot a little tiny. It's laughably small.
This is how
Yep.
he makes money. It's that little black button at the bottom right. It says join, and it's got this like cool swirl. So I was like, okay, is this a plugin? Is this like a WordPress Ghost plugin? It might be. You click on it, and it takes you to this. So Scott, as a marketer, what is wrong with this page?
I almost wish I could blow this up bigger because it's tough to see, right? Jeff has this little button on his site. It says join, and he presents you with 2 offers to join Jeff Sue. I don't know. There's nothing else to read here. You know what I mean? Yeah. There is nothing to explain. There's nothing to sort of showcase, like, what is this? You know what I mean? It just literally has, like, you can join it for free, or you can join it for $40 a year or $5 a month. I actually went and bought. I bought it $5 a month, and I just said, hey, what happens after we buy this, right? And the answer is nothing. Nothing. Unfortunately, right? And listen, this all presents an opportunity, okay? This might sound like we're coming down really hard on Jeff. Like, it's, you know, whatever. If Jeff ends up watching this later, what's up, dude? But you know what I mean? Like, all I mean to say is there is no copy there. There's no explaining what someone's actually buying.
What do I get?
It's a subscription, number one. So I just paid $5. And I literally, like, I paid this morning, I paid $5 to Jeff Sue. I don't know what I got for it because it just sends me back to the homepage. There's no explanation on the front end. There's no other things for me to go buy. There was an email that basically said, hey, thanks, that's great. And I honestly don't know what I gave Jeff money for. I still don't. I will let everyone know when I find out.
I think it's, we don't know. I mean, I did the free version. The free version takes you to like the newsletter thank you page that says, hey, I'll send you a newsletter within the next 2 weeks, as I do, because he sends a newsletter every 2 weeks. But I did the free trial, so what do I get?
We don't know. We'll let you guys know. It's super exciting. I can't wait to find out what we actually get for this. But here's the lesson for all of us. Okay, the lesson for us is you cannot simply sort of just throw credit card fields at someone and say, hey, listen, come buy something, right? You got to explain the benefits to them. You got to explain what am I buying? Why should I care, right? I really enjoy Jeff Sue on YouTube. I watch plenty of his videos. It's awesome. So, hey, man, here's $5 is sort of like a tip jar, maybe. I think it's kind of like a DIY Patreon type thing.
That's what I had a problem with, though.
Yeah.
I wish it at least said tip Jeff $5 or send me $5 or donate $5.
Then I would know what I spent my $5 on.
It says like sign up for this per year. Like, what am I getting for $5 a month, $40 a year? What do I get?
I know.
I'm fine. Like, hey, I'm fine to donate if I'm in love with Jeff and I'm in love with his YouTube channel. I'll donate. But tell me that.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, first of all, Sam Card Takeover VIP things Katie makes said we're in the same room. Katie, look, we're in the same room. Isn't it cool?
Exist.
I had to do that. So yeah, you know, it's a little unclear what's going on here, right? It's great that he's got something to sell. That's awesome, right? I hope I'm not the first person to buy it. There's just no information about what that is, right? If I want to dive deeper, if I'm a super fan for Jeff, you know, I mean, there's just really nowhere to go. And when you get there, there's nothing there to explain what I'm buying, right? So the other part of this is that Jeff sends people over to Skillshare, right? He sends people over to Skillshare to buy this course about event management, right? There's a lot of problems with Skillshare. We've kind of gone on and on about this before, right? Go watch the Ali Abdal video that we did. Ali, now a proud Sam Card customer, which is pretty cool. And so let's just talk really quick again about if your stuff is on Skillshare, okay, you are missing the boat big time, all right? Let's talk about how Skillshare is robbing creators. Number one, Jeff is promoting Skillshare, right? Which means people go through his link, they sign up for Skillshare, they are now Skillshare customers, okay? They're not Jeff customers. Jeff can't message those people. Jeff can't tell those people about other things that he has coming up or live events he's doing or anything.
We looked that up. That would violate the terms of service. If you try to directly contact a Skillshare student, one of your
who
students,
came to buy your stuff,
if you directly contact them for anything else besides Skillshare related stuff, you're off the platform.
Gonzo, right? By the way, then what happens after that? Let's say someone goes and does buy Skillshare, right? Skillshare starts at $12 a month. It's kind of this, big library of courses and stuff from, honestly, in my opinion, too many people, really. There's just too many people in there. But what does Skillshare do? Skillshare wants you to keep watching. So they're going to literally start plugging your competition in front of those customers, right? Jeff's got something on productivity. You think Jeff's the only person selling productivity stuff on Skillshare? Nah,
Nope.
right? Immediately. Skillshare is going to start serving up all kinds of other videos and courses literally from Jeff's competition, right? And start putting in front of them. Big problem there. And that doesn't even start with the revenue side. The revenue side of Skillshare is the worst part of Skillshare for creators. Jordan, I can't even talk about it. Break it down. I hate this part.
Okay, so it's not quite like Netflix, except if you were paid by the minute on Netflix. So for every minute that you watch on Skillshare, that's how the instructor gets paid. So if you watch 60 seconds of a productivity video, the creator gets paid that 60-second rate. However, if they watch the video on double speed, as some people do, some people like to hit the playback speed.
I don't listen to there is not a podcast, there's not a YouTube video that I watch on regular speed.
In the chat below, type what speed of a podcast.
1.5x? Are you 1.25? You're playing it kind of safe. Yep. Are you a 2x crazy psycho, like that you're just blitzing through stuff? We want to know. Let us know. Yep. What do you guys 1X, watch stuff 2X, at or listen to podcasts at?
So so if you listen to or watch a Skillshare video on 2x, that means it's technically less time. So a 1-minute video on 2x is 30 seconds. So that means you, the instructor, only get paid for those 30 seconds that they were watching the video.
Brutal.
Which does not make sense.
And even if someone goes and watches every ounce of what you have and all this kind of good stuff, you know what I mean? Skillshare still keeps 70% of the revenue. Keep in mind, okay, you guys sign up for Skillshare. We got a bunch of 1.5x's. What's up, 1.5 crew? Yeah, what's going on? Nobody going bold yet on 2.5x. Nobody 2x yet. Okay, cool.
I've got an app that does smart speed, so it'll close the gaps. So I don't even have
fancy.
to.
That's fancy. Now we're talking. That's fancy. But Skillshare is only $12 a month. Okay, so let's do some quick math. If someone's only paying you 30% of that, right? You make about $3.50 per month. Okay, how long do you think people stick around on Skillshare? Right? If you went and bought Skillshare right now, how many months do you think you would go before you're like, this is gone?
Okay, so let's imagine. I want to go watch Jeff Sue's event management course.
Jeff, I love your event management stuff.
Jeff.
Let's go. Sign
Jeff.
Up for Skillshare. I'm under Jeff's link.
I watch his course. Let's say his course is 90 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours long. Okay, it takes me the weekend to watch it. Now I'm done. So I'm done with Skillshare. That's it.
I'm out.
I'm probably
canceling immediately, honestly.
If it's a trial, I'm going to just cancel my trial.
Thanks.
Yeah. I just want to watch his course. That's
realistically, you know what I mean? Jeff put his course on Skillshare. He's getting some cool exposure from it. I'm sure there's some ancillary, smaller benefits. Like, you can keep your stuff on Skillshare, but the problem is you should never, that should never be your hub. That should never be where you're pushing people, okay? Think about it like this way. If Jeff were to take that same course and just put it on Samcart and start offering it up to people watching his YouTube videos, he would at least be building his own list of customers, his own list of students that he can reach out to anytime. You own their email addresses. You own the phone numbers. It's your list. You can reach out to them anytime. There is also zero competition for that attention. You are in complete control in terms of what gets put in front of them. Samcart is never going to start, pushing your customers' competition stuff in front of your customers. No, you own that stuff. It is for you to decide what gets put in front of those customers. Major things there. And then from a revenue side is every dime is yours, okay? Everybody pays the very normal kind of 2.9% fees to credit cards and Visa and whoever, right? That's super normal. I should say every other dime is totally 100% yours. No handing 70% of the revenue to somebody else, right? And you can charge whatever you want. All right. If Jeff is going to make, let's be generous, okay, and say for every person that Jeff signs up in Skillshare, maybe he gets like 7 to 10. Let's just say $10. Let's say he gets $10 in commission per person he signs up in Skillshare.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you think he could make if he took that same course, put it as $10 on Samcart, maybe added an order bump or two so people can buy some more stuff? Right? How much more money do you think he would make selling that way?
I think he could do 1.5x, 2x of what he's making. Because if their customers
minimum,
if they're willing to spend $10 on Skillshare to watch Jeff's course, what are they willing to spend personally, directly with Jeff?
Yeah,
on his own course.
You make many times more money, right? Selling in something that you own, it's your property, things like that, and that is what Samcart lets you do. All right, so slide. That's the Skillshare argument. We'll keep going. So let's talk about what Jeff should do. All right.
Actually, so everybody in the comments, you tell us what should Jeff do? What should he make an online course? Should he do a template? What should Jeff do? We're gonna wait here for a couple seconds, and you guys tell us what Jeff should do.
We're gonna talk amongst ourselves, okay? And you guys tell us what should Jeff do.
What should he do?
Jordan, what do you want to talk about?
I'm trying to think what Jeff should do.
I know what Jeff should do.
We know.
We do.
We know. Anybody? What do you
Look,
got?
we're gonna tell you guys, but we're gonna wait it out. All right. What should Jeff do?
We can wait here all day. There's no dead air. There's no dead air on the Sam Card channel. No. What should Jeff do? Better segment his audience? A video series? Okay. Should he get on? Should he stay with Skillshare? Should he get off Skillshare? Should he make a YouTube course? Write a book? Products? Digital products? Physical product? Create an online course? Jump ship? Online course at SC? Need some answers. What do we got?
Is there a bum bump at the end of that one?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so here we are. We're talking about, we got a lot of stuff here, right? So we got create online courses, right? We got somebody should be
Nice.
selling digital assets, right? We had a hashtag SC, so a takeaway. Somebody said ditch Skillshare, big time there. You should write a book. I love that. We definitely have ditch Skillshare, things Katie makes, again, friend of the podcast, friend of the show, all of the above, course downloads, etc. Yeah, I mean, listen, the answer is very clear, of course, right? We're not trying to like hide this argument, right? Essentially, we think that Jeff should be owning the process here, right? He's on the right path. I just don't think he's dug in deep enough, right? And so why do we always advocate for this kind of stuff? We advocate for this because when we look at Sam Card's top creators, this is where they make the enormous majority of their sales, right? Digital assets and digital courses are create one time and sell in infinity times. I was going to say infinite times, right?
Times.
Exactly. Yeah. So, you know, you get a chance to sell to as many people as you want, create passive income, do those kinds of things. Jordan, I'm going to give you the link and we can drop it in and like, we'll just go ahead and take a look at this, at this page here.
And speaking of learning from the top sellers of Sam Card, we have a big surprise coming next week, guys. Drop the link in the chat. I want you all right now, if you have a second, register for next week's event if you have not already. All you have to do is add your email address and it will notify you that, hey, we're going live on YouTube. Do not miss next week's takeover live session. You're going to love it. The link is in the description and the link is in the chat.
Jordan, go ahead and bring my screen up.
All right, let's do it.
So let's take a look at what we would do, okay? What we would do is we went ahead and created this quick page for Jeff. Using one of Sam Card's built-in templates, right? So imagine if Jeff created something that was 10 Notion templates that I couldn't live without, right? Some version of this, right? Let's take your best Notion templates, which he's got a lot of really cool ones, and he gives away a lot for free. It's awesome content, right? But imagine putting this out into the world, and all you need is just one very simple page, right? Sam Card veterans will recognize this template. This is one of the one-page templates that is baked right into every single Sam Card account. All we did was just change some of the wording. Right. We added some stuff in. We optimized the experience down here. Right here, someone will be able to go ahead and buy as easy as cake. We said, hey, maybe price this thing for like $29, right? Something super easy to say yes to. And then what do you have down here at the bottom? And let me go ahead. I can actually refresh this page. And down here at the bottom, you have a chance for customers to come in and buy other stuff as well, right?
Nice.
One of the most powerful features that Sam Card offers. And so not only could Jeff recognize that revenue immediately, right? Could start every time. How many people would be coming to this page every single day, dropping $29, buying this thing, right? But having a chance to add in, hey, how about Google Calendar Mastery, right? He could make, we talked about all the different apps that he talks about. You could go make a series of these things where someone's collecting all of them Pokemon style, right? And it's Google Calendar Mastery and Slides Mastery. And, you know, he has all of his most popular YouTube videos could be turned into some digital asset that he could sell.
What we do is we take all the damaging stuff that Skillshare does that recommends other people's stuff. So like, okay, you're in basically saying, hey, let's turn into a positive thing and let's suggest our own products as opposed to suggesting other people's stuff, other people's products, because that's not who we're selling to. Like
exactly.
Jeff and his viewers, Jeff and his YouTube watchers have a certain relationship. They have a direct relationship. And going from YouTube to this page right here is the step 1, step 2 to step 3.
Super easy, super
that
frictionless, that easy, right? And so what's one of the really cool things is that whole program that I paid $5 a month for, which we don't actually know what it is, right? Jeff, you could relaunch it right here, right?
Yep.
Imagine having one of this last bump on every single page that you make like this, right? Is a chance for someone to take you up on that monthly subscription with a free trial. You could give them $1 to start. You could have them pay annually. You know, it doesn't really matter. But all of a sudden, you would have all of this recurring revenue just stacking up and up as every single one of these new customers has a chance. Our our database shows that when you show, these are called order bumps, right? One of these order bumps, right, converts something like 35 to 37% of people will opt to take this. So almost 4 out of 10 people who buy the Notion templates, right, are going to add one or multiple of these things to their order. And so, 3 out of 10 would start saying, cool, I would love to join Jeff Sue Insider, or, whatever you want to call this.
This is the candy bar. This is the bubble gum at the checkout line. You're ready. You're in the buying mode. You get your credit card out and you see that pack of gum and they say, hey, just add this pack of gum for $2. And you go, sure, why not? This is the exact same principle. Now we're just using it on the internet.
And so let me just go ahead. I'm actually going to open up SamCart right now. You guys can see if we go over to the checkout design tab, you guys, again, SamCart veterans will notice all of these, single page designs right here. For anybody wondering, we used Masterclass. All right. So if I just preview this template, you guys can see the template before we made any of the changes, right, is right here. And this is like having me write your sales page for you. Not only is it one page and it's easy to create, easy to bring ideas to life, right, but it's got all the elements you need to turn a visitor into a paying customer, okay? And all you have to do is just delete what you don't need, right? Plug in the details about whatever it is that you're selling, and you are off and running in no time. And so really quick, I'm actually gonna flip this over into test mode and save my changes because it doesn't stop right there, right? So if I go in, let me just go ahead, I'm gonna plug in some dummy details here and do a test order. And if anybody wants to do this alongside me, Jordan, let them know how they can do that.
You can do it, just click the link in the chat and you can do a test order yourself. Just use the credit card number 4242 and that will be a fake credit card. But use your email and it'll send you through the process of what it's like to sign up for this course, what it's like to go and auto enroll as a student. And even see what the order bumps look like.
Exactly. So you can test exactly what your customers are going to experience, all the right integrations, everything without ever charging your credit card. But let's just say I'm going to come in here and I'm going to buy Jeff's ultimate home office, this kind of dummy, it's just an idea. We're just tossing it out there. We're just showcasing what's possible. But I'm going to go ahead. Oh, that's right. I didn't refresh the page. Now it's going to be in test mode.
There we go.
Now it's in test mode. That's what I should have done all the time.
We got David H. Lawrence in the chat.
David, give him a shout out. David, what's up, man?
On?
What is going on? All right, so hold on. Let me do this one more time. ScoMo211 plus Jeff at Gmail. Jordan, let them know. We had some people asking, actually, how can they register for future Creator U Lives? Let them know. How can they do it?
All right, so you go to the Luma page right here.
For future takeovers.
Future live sessions every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. You go to that link right there, Luma/SamCart Takeover Live, and all you have to do is drop in your email address, and it will notify you saying, hey, we're live in 1 hour. Hey, we're live in 5 minutes. And it sends you a link. You don't have to do any thinking. You don't have to search around on YouTube. You just say, open the email, click view event, takes you right to YouTube.
You do have to come here and hang out with us, though.
Yes.
That is non-negotiable. We can't do this show without forcing you to hang out with us. So
what are we looking at right now on the screen?
We are now looking at what your customer is going to experience after they buy. Okay, so someone's going to come in here. They got a nice order summary page. I didn't even use the course auto enroll feature, which would mean that your customers go right from your order form directly into this is built with the SamCart Courses app.
They don't have to go looking in their email to find
the
registration link. They just go from checkout, buy now, and it just
forgot password stuff, none of that, right? Just right into the area. And you can see I just bought Ultimate Notion templates, right? And I've got some access to other stuff because it's a test account. But I would see Ultimate Notion templates right here, and it doesn't stop there, right? I could open this up and start going through the lessons and the videos, or grab the downloads, or whatever.
Let's check it out. Start the course. I added some lessons.
Let's start the course. Jordan took some time to do it.
I added some lessons.
He took some time to do it, right?
Copy.
So we're gonna come down here. Here's unit number 1 with 6 lessons down below, right? You want to open it up?
No, there's nothing. In there.
Okay, no, not that far. Don't go that far. Doesn't matter. Don't look in there, guys. Don't actually go in there and click around. But not only is someone going to be able to just deliver whatever digital content you want right here, which is awesome, okay? But we can also back up, and SamCart has brought e-commerce into your members area, right? So when you use the SamCart e-commerce or SamCart Courses app, unlimited courses, unlimited students, you also can choose to feature some courses. These ones that you see up here, we call featured courses, right? So if you own one of these, you can click and start learning and start going in. If you don't own one of these things, right? Which I think I might own this one. Oh, I kind of do. Oh, dang it. All right, so hold on. I think I own that one. I bought too many courses.
Addicted to courses.
What someone can do is they click right here, and it actually will allow me to buy the featured course. using my credit card on file, right?
That's what we're talking about. Get them not just on an email newsletter list. We're talking about turn them into customers. Once you have them as a customer, you now have their credit card on file. And if they feel like they want to keep buying some more, if they liked your Notion templates, Jeff, and they want to go buy now your Google Calendar, all they have to do is click one button that says buy now. They don't have to go through the entire checkout process again. Find your webpage on somewhere on jeffsu.org. They just go right here, buy now, and say, are you sure? Yes. And that's the end of the process.
And that is why it is so incredibly important. And here's another example of exactly how that happens, right? Now I'm inside of a specific course, and you can actually show this blue box right here. You can do 1, 2, or 3 of these things. And this is an additional something to buy, right? I go back to my email address. I plug in, the SAM card emails me a 6-digit code. I verify, and they say, hey, you want to buy this with your card on file? Boom, done, over, right? No friction, so easy. And all of a sudden, these, if I go back from this page right here, all of a sudden these $29 customers that are buying up these Notion templates because they're just easy and quick and it's cheap and it's so nice, right? Having opportunities to go buy more stuff, right? All of a sudden you're gonna be waking up to notifications that all these customers overnight were buying other things using their card on file, right? Because you just make it that easy. So not only are $29 orders becoming $129 orders because you give them other things to go buy. After day one, they go in their membership area, they're diving in, they're buying other stuff as well.
Your best new customers are your old customers.
That is the greatest and best way to put that. Absolutely, 100%. This is the kind of thing that multiplies your sales, right? When you guys start putting more things in front of your customers to go buy, you're going to reap the rewards in a major way. So for someone like Jeff, right? Obviously, 100%, Jeff should be starting with going to his YouTube channel, finding out his most popular videos, right? Finding out his most popular, go find your biggest email subject lines that have ever gotten open. Go find your most popular blog posts you've ever written, right? Or your biggest lead magnets or something. And think, okay, how can I turn this idea into something digital that people can buy and pay me for, right?
Yeah, this is what didn't make sense with the event management course, because you go to his channel and you see all of his most popular videos and you think, okay, he does not talk about event management. He does not talk about a webinar at all. He does not talk about anything like that. All he's talking about is Google Calendar stuff, Google Suite, Google Apps, Google Drive, pretty much all the Google apps. We sorted his YouTube channel, and this is what you can do on your own YouTube channel. This is what you can do on your own Twitter feed,
podcasts. You do whatever you want.
Find your most popular stuff. What resonated the most with your audience? What content really blew up for some reason? Find that, sort it by most popular, like we did here, and then say, is there something here? Is there a course here? Do people want to learn more about this? Have I gotten 20 comments on this one video for some reason? A lot of questions. We looked at just on the top 3 rows of Jeff's page of his YouTube channel. We found 12 possible courses that he could do. He could do a Google Calendar one, resume, LinkedIn, cover letter, Gmail, email, inbox zero, Notion, to-do list. Too many. 12 plus courses that
you do a lot of different things. And it's funny too, because there are some questions in the comments about things like, what about events or what about services and things like that? And it doesn't all have to be courses. You know what I mean? These are what Jeff has done here is proven here are 12 topics that are absolute knock dead, like perfect things to go create more content about. People want these topics from him, right? Yes. So go make a service, go make a virtual event around these things, go make a challenge around one of these things, right? Go make whatever you want, right? Digital downloads, anything you want, right? Go create some digital products around your most popular topics, whatever that is for you guys and your audience, right? So create a page on SamCart, one simple page that sells them, give them other things to go buy, and watch your sales really, really take off. Yep. So when we look back at Jeff, we're thinking, okay, listen, how do we monetize Jeff Su's audience, right? He has a massive leg up in a guy who creates awesome content, who has a ton of followers, who does all these awesome things, right? But we always say, here's the benchmark, Jordan. What is the benchmark for good monetization, right?
We always say the stat is $1 per subscriber per year. $1 per subscriber per year. So Jeff has 212,000 YouTube subscribers. That means at a minimum, he should be making $212,000 per year at
a base minimum, yes. Right? That's what I mean to say is anybody who's watching this right now, if you add up Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and email, add those numbers
your audience,
right? Add those numbers all up. If you're making under $1 per subscriber, right, of any kind, right, per year, then you, my friend, are in bad need of a monetization upgrade, right, essentially. So we have subscribers on Samcard who make $15, $20 per subscriber per year, right? We have Ashley Ann, at King Ashley Ann on Instagram. Go check her out. She's outstanding. She's somebody who does more Instagram stuff with more people than anyone I've ever known in my entire life. And she was saying that anybody out there who has an Instagram following of 1,000 or more, right, should be able to cash in to the tune of $5,000 to $10,000 a month from that audience, right? So whatever your audience is, okay, that's the level of monetization we're talking about, right? A couple things back, some people were talking about like, well, Jeff's probably hanging out at Google because he's got a great salary and great benefits. He's just going to hang out. That's probably true, but let me tell you this. Okay, I'm sure he has a great salary and great benefits at Google, but there's a reason that Jeff spends an enormous amount of time in his off hours creating content and videos. Everybody wants to have this dream, right? This dream of creating whatever they have and doing their true passion and chasing it down and that being their full-time income. Yep. That's why people do this. So
he's got the leverage.
100%. So when we say things like he could be monetizing and probably far outstripping whatever his awesome cushy salary might be at Google plus benefits, right? I mean to say he could probably be doing that at a bare minimum, right? So we are here to help you guys absolutely 100% blow it out of the water with monetizing your audience. Let's do some quick takeaways. Those of you guys who have been watching this entire time, right? We've been here for about 40 minutes. Go ahead and drop your takeaway with hashtag SC in the chat down below. The thing that is going to stick out in your mind the best about how we are going to help you guys monetize your audience better than when we started this video. But Jordan, are you first or am I first?
No, my takeaway is first, but is there going to be a Q&A section of this, or can you just drop the questions whenever you want?
Drop the questions whenever you want. You know what I mean?
We're here to help.
We are here to help.
Online business stuff, digital business stuff, growing your audience. We're here to help. Any kind of question, whether or not it's related to Jeff Sue, we're here to help.
We're here to help.
Some takeaways.
Jordan, hit us with your big takeaway.
All right, so we just kind of talked about it. My takeaway is give the people what they want. I've made the same exact mistake. We tend to think about our skill set, we think about our expertise, and we fail to ignore, or we ignore our audience. And we say like, hey, I'm making content and one of your videos blows up, one of your video gets 100,000 views, one of your video like Jeff gets 1 million views and is now on the front page of your YouTube channel. And there's no course about it. There's nothing. You say, well, that's just a YouTube video. But I'm more of an expert in this area, so I want to go make a course that I want to make for myself. And you're not making a course for yourself, you're making a course for your audience. So you have to give the people what they want. If 1 million people have clicked on the video, say, hey, I want to learn about this, let me click on this YouTube video right here, that's a good indicator that this might be a product. This might be something that can be turned into a $10 course, a $10 download, a $10 template,
a service package. You can, whatever you want.
Consultation, a coaching call, whatever it may be, it's an indicator. So you have to look at your data, look at the content that you're making and say, can we monetize this? Can we turn this into something bigger? Jeff is sitting on 12 plus courses. Just on the top 2 rows, his top most popular videos on YouTube. Give the people what they want, Jeff. They want the Google stuff.
Absolutely.
They want the productivity Google courses. Give it to them.
Absolutely, 100%. Over to my takeover.
All right, let's do it.
My takeover. We got some great stuff coming in the chat. We've got some questions as well. We'll answer here in just a second. My big takeover, okay, is when you see Jeff with that big old audience, right? We're looking at something like 213, 212,000 missed opportunities, right? Jeff has a big time audience, but basically he's not really letting people who want to become super fans and drop cash at his doorstep, you know what I mean? He's not letting them do that. You go to his site, you go to check stuff out, you're like, Jeff, I want to dive in deeper. I want to pay you. I want to find something of yours and buy it. And there's just kind of nowhere to go, right? And so that is a lot of missed opportunities. Fortunately, there is no time like the present. And that is still 212,000 people who are watching his videos, who are checking stuff out, right? I mean, each one of his videos has tens of thousands of views, if not hundreds. And it's 100% something that he can start today, right? If you right now are not really giving your audience a chance to dive in, no matter how big your audience is, right? We talked about, again, that number of like, even if you have 1,000 followers, right? That means you should be making at least $1,000 a year, right? On top, just from like a relatively smaller audience, okay? And have opportunities to make many, many times that. But if you're not giving your customers that chance to buy in, to get deeper with you, you know what I mean? Like give you some money for something, right?
Yep.
Go create some products. Go create a digital download. Okay? Go create a quick video course. Go record a Zoom call and turn that into something people can buy the recording of, right? Go create a virtual event that's going to happen and sell tickets, or go create something that people can go in there, right? Dive in deeper and deepen their relationship with you, get to know you better, plop some money down at your feet, and start growing. Because we say it every single week, the biggest asset you can have as an online creator is your customer list. Okay, your customer list, not how many leads do I have, not how many Facebook fans, they don't even call them fans anymore. They're not even called fans, are they?
People.
They used to be called fans. If you remember the days of Facebook fan pages, okay, give me an FB in the chat. I want to know if that's you. I feel like a weird dinosaur
I was a LeBron
now.
James fan, Green Bay Packers fan.
Yep.
You had a Green Day fan page.
Mhm.
Yep.
Big time.
Liked them all. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely 100%. So, you guys can sell anything and everything online. I'm telling you, if there's any kind of demand, if your people have shown you, hey, we really like this one video. Hey, this one email subject line really grabbed our attention. This one podcast has more listens than the other, right? Then there's opportunities for you to go productize something about that. Go create a one-page download, right? Like here's a great question. Elizabeth came in, right, and said, what could we sell for $1 on Samcart, right? Absolutely. That's exactly the line of thinking I want all of you guys to have.
Oh, yeah.
How can I monetize my audience by giving them something just bite-sized, cheap, easy to kind of dive in, right? And then when you have the right features at your disposal, like we showed you here with Samcart having order bumps where people can say, give me that and that and that, right? When you have things like the stored credit card technology stuff that we have inside of the Samcart Courses app, you bring somebody in for $1, right? And that person can become hundreds, if not thousands of dollars of revenue over the course of their history. Build your customer list. Find more ways for people to give you money and get, that much closer to you, cozy up. Those people read your emails. They answer your text messages. They buy more things that you roll out later. Customer list all day.
The relationship between a freebie seeker $0 customer and a $1 customer is night and day. It's a completely different relationship. Somebody that is a freebie seeker will not open your emails. They will not build a relationship with you. They do not care about your second email. They don't care about your next new product, next new big thing, next new video. But someone that's even just giving you $1 they're there, they're committed, and you have their credit card on file, and you're able to say, hey, I have this next big product coming up that's now $10, or that's now $50, or that's now I'm doing this service that's $1,000 an hour. Here it is. Would you like this? Yes or no?
Love it. Mark asked a question. Go ahead.
We get a lot of questions. Bring in the questions.
Bring them on.
Dump them in, folks.
Dump them in. Mark said, where's the best place to host a course, right? So go ahead. Actually, bring up my screen. Of course, we're going to say Samcart, right? That's really what we do here. We're not just courses. We are for creators. We're for digital online sellers, right? So that can be services. Bill your clients for services. That can be selling, event tickets. That can be, selling courses, selling digital downloads, selling ebooks. There's just so many different things that you can sell on Samcart. Samcart lets you create beautiful pages like this one that we just showed here from Jeff, where you're going to showcase something that you have for sale. You're going to get awesome features where your customers can buy more stuff and you get to multiply your revenue.
This is your one product store. This is your wrapping paper.
It's been called a one-page funnel. It's been called a single-page sales page. It's been called a product page. There's a lot of different names.
There's no other place for your audience to navigate to or click home or about or contact. It's just focused on this product alone, and that's all they have time to focus on.
Imagine the link in your Instagram bio or the link underneath of your YouTube videos or something points here, right? Hey, you want to dive deeper into this topic? Go check out my new whatever on this topic, right? Come here. Perfectly lines up with the content. People come here, no distractions, and go buy. What it also can do is this area I'm showing you here is called the Samcart Courses app. It is where you can host all of your digital content, right? Host your digital downloads, host, image files and, whatever, host whole video courses and all kinds of digital
courses,
stuff.
but you can tailor an experience for your customers however you want it to be. It can be an ebook in there. It can be a download template. It can be whatever you want it to be. It can be a link to say, book a Calendly link and book an appointment with me. So let's have a live coaching call.
There are a lot of people who use this area. It's basically a catch-all for any kind of digital content that you want to host and you want to sell, and deliver immediately. You know what I mean? And Samcart gives you cool features back here so that your customers can go buy more stuff. Kind of like, like the App Store did this the best. You know what I mean? Where you go to the Apple App Store. Remember years ago, everybody would go there and you go buy like all kinds of stuff. It's just so easy because your credit card is on file. That's what we're now creating, but for your stuff. Selling your stuff is going to be that easy, that frictionless, right? Super, super awesome there. So that is my answer, Mark.
All right. We got a lot of questions. Keep the questions coming in. We're here to help you guys. We asked, great question about how do I gather an audience with Samcart? How do I build my audience? That was from Proteus Underwater Solutions. Greatest I can say is find a problem out there in the world, talk about that problem, speak to that problem, talk about the solution to that problem, and build a community around it. And do that over and over and over.
Build your customer list.
Yep.
That is the answer. Build your customer list, right? Go sell like so who was it that said the thing about the dollar? Who was that said that? I can't remember I can't remember the name anymore.
Elizabeth here. She said about $1 products.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Imagine selling something for $1, right? And it's just that easy. It's that quick. You know what I mean? But all of a sudden, you would just be racking up customers, people who have paid you money, right? You know who opens your emails? Customers. You know who wants to receive text messages from you when appropriate, right? Customers. You want to know who lines up to buy new things that you put out there for sale? Customers. Okay. You do not want freebie seekers. You don't just want, people following you on Facebook. You know what I mean? Build your customer list.
Yeah.
Put some stuff out there for $1. Put some stuff out there for pay what you want. You know what I mean? An awesome feature in SamCart. Mm-hmm. And again, watch your business take off because you are building the most critical asset you can possibly build, your customer list.
Let's see. How can I get a custom URL to show on my name instead of a SamCart default page?
Ooh, super easy. Custom domains. If you guys go to help.samcart.com, help.samcart.com, you can go there inside of your SamCart dashboard. If you click in the top right, I'm sorry, I have to always think backwards. If you click in the top right of your SamCart dashboard, you'll also find the same thing. There's a question mark icon up there. But that's where it's going to open up the knowledge base. It's all of our help articles and everything there. You want to go look for custom domain. You can actually add as many custom domains as you want. And you can say, hey, these 3 pages I made in SamCart should live under scottsproducts.com. And the next 3 or 5 or 10 or whatever should live under jordansproducts.com. Bring your custom domains, add them to SamCart. You can do it as many times as you want. Super, super nice feature there.
That's kind of the fun part too. Like as you create a product, you can start to think of a custom domain. So for Jeff Sue's Notion templates, it could be jeffsuenotion.com.
Bingo.
And say, hey, all you got to do is go to jeffsuenotion.com and that's the Notion product page. And there's no confusion. There's no need to build a second website that redirect people. It's right there, custom domain. Awesome question. Keep the questions coming. We can stick around for a little bit longer. But before you dip out, I want everyone to make sure that they are registered for next week's event. That is, let me drop the link one more time. The link is in the description of this YouTube video. It's the Luma link, the LUMA link. Go to that link. Register for next week's. All you have to do is drop in your email, and that app will automatically remind you 1 hour ahead of time, 5 minutes ahead of time, when we are about to go live on YouTube. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to search. You don't have to think. You don't have to. You can subscribe to YouTube, which you should subscribe here on YouTube, but you don't even have to do that. So go to that link down there, Luma, and register. Make sure you register. And if you have registered, type it in the chat, say registered or I registered.
Definitely. Yep. Charles asked a question. Do you guys have training related to actual content creation? He used the hashtag SC, although not a takeaway. It was a question. No big deal. Okay. Yeah, Charles, we have a ton of stuff for sure. We have a ton of stuff. SamCart is a great tool for you guys growing your business, selling your products, and doing all kinds of awesome stuff, right? But, some people just are at the learning phase. And if that's where you're at, our YouTube channel, you're here. You're here right now, right? Come check out our YouTube channel. We have a ton of stuff. We do this kind of stuff every single week. We've got a ton of stuff about content creation, a ton of stuff about writing great sales pages, about, what kind of offers are out there selling in the real world. We dive into customer case studies. We do so much stuff to help up-level what you guys are doing in your own businesses.
Okay, we've got a question. Can you do a sales course bundle? Ooh. First part, and can you drip out your course?
Absolutely. The answer is yes to both of them.
Nice.
And so if you guys actually go to, let me check this out. You guys can actually see this live. If you go to samcart.com/course, yeah. If you guys go to samcart.com/course, you'll actually see this bundling feature in motion.
Drop that link here in the private chat.
I was going to say, let me
drop it right there in the chat yourself.
Yep, yeah. I can do that. Let me do that. Hold on. I'm putting in the chat, samcart.com.
Yeah, so you're able to, you create multiple products inside of SamCart, and then you go to your main product page. Bring me up. And then you just say, hey, I also want to attach these products so that when they buy the main product, that I want these 3 or 4 other products to just tag along with them, and it comes right inside their email. And it's not 4 separate checkout pages. It's not 4 separate logins. It's all one login, all one product, seamless.
Bingo. Yeah, so this is a page made with SamCart. You guys are seeing it right now, right? But basically, you can come down here, and here's a big bundle offer that we do, right? So we sell SamCart, our launch plan at a big discount, and we bundle in a bunch of awesome training that Brian and I have created over the years, just sort of using our own digital product expertise and sort of what we've spent the last 10, 11, 12 years of our lives doing. And so, this is bundling in action. You guys can do the exact same thing and say, cool, I want to bundle products A, B, and C together and sell them as a bundle, right? Drop a coupon code on it and slash it 40% off and sell it. You guys can do all that kind of stuff.
Coupon codes, you can do recurring coupon codes.
Big time. Yep, you can recoup on stuff that's a subscription. You can sell whatever you want. That's really the power of SamCart. You know what I mean? You guys have the ability to sell whatever it is that you want to sell, right? And however you want to sell it, right? And you get tools that are here to make you more money, all right? We are not just throw credit card fields on the screen and call it a day. We are here to give you guys new features that are, I hate to say like Web 3.0 type stuff, you know what I mean? But it's like we are here to help you guys with the right features that are going to actually move the needle and make you more money, multiply your sales. We see it happen all day, every day.
All right, we get this question a lot. We can't hate on it. Do you have products that we can sell on SamCart? When I sign up for SamCart, do you guys give me a product to sell, or do I have to go make my own?
We are not here to give you guys products to sell, for sure, right? But think of what we just did for the last hour, right? We're here telling you guys exactly what SamCart creators are doing that's making them money. What kind of products are they out there selling and creating, right? We've got a ton of stuff about how to create a product in a weekend, right? How to go turn like a 10-page PDF into something that you could sell, right? We've got a lot of stuff out there about that. You guys, all you really need is to go do the same thing Jordan talked about 10 minutes ago, right? Go look at your podcast, go look at email, go look at threads that you've been a part of online in your community or whatever, right? And find out the most hot button, topical things people watch the most, emails people open the most,
ask the most questions about. How do I do this? Hey, I saw that you did this. How do I do that?
And think about the bare minimum, like the first step to go do that. It's like go make an ebook about that. You know what I mean? Go write go write one page and put out there for $1. You know what I mean? If the topic that you think people, like, let's just use an example, right? If we're talking, one of the guys in the chat is a scuba instructor or provider, some kind, if it was like scuba stuff, you know what I mean? You might do things like, the 3 beginner diving mistakes to avoid, you know what I mean? Like the 3 worst things a first-time scuba person can go do.
Yeah, if you were to hire a new employer, you're hiring a new trainee, what is something you would teach them in the first 20 minutes?
Right there. That's a great way to say that.
That's what you do. Like, hey, I'm going to hire my assistant. I'm going to teach them everything that you need to know, but I only have 20 minutes to do it. What would you teach them? And that's either you record that via voice, you record that via video, you write it down, you turn it into a graphics, you turn it into a live coaching call, whatever you want it to be.
I love this. Yeah, Script Mentor down below said I have 200 plus on a newsletter, right, on screenwriting, and LinkedIn with 10,000 subscribers, just now starting a monetized video series. Love that. Super awesome. Go monetize the heck out of that audience. Absolutely love it. We have David H. Lawrence in the house dropping a ton of awesome knowledge down the chat as well for a bunch of people. So very, very cool. Love seeing that. I'm trying to see if we have any other questions that are coming in here, guys. We'd love to.
Okay. Does SamCart have its own email capability, or do I have to use another vendor?
Ooh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, so, we want you guys to use the best tools on the planet, okay? And if anybody out there is trying to sell you a tool that has like email baked in, but that's not what they do, run away, okay? Run away. No, SamCart works perfectly with all the best email providers. Go use the best ones on the planet. Ones that come to mind that are literally free to get started, if that's where you're at, are, I believe Aweber is free to get started. MailChimp is free to get started. ConvertKit are free to get started. All of them are awesome. Great tools. Integrate seamlessly with SamCart. You get the best email tool on the planet, right? Alongside SamCart, which is the best at e-commerce. You get the best of both worlds. It is, trust me, it is much better than some big, like, I don't know, what's popular now is sort of like, hey, it's an all-in-one and we've got email baked in. That email tool is going to cost you so much money down the road, massive headaches. You're gonna have to change your email provider and bring all these people from one system to the other and lose half your list. And I'm telling you, go start with the best email tools on the planet. There's a reason they are the best.
One that I thought of that was totally free is Substack. That's one.
Ooh, Substack's a good one too.
Like if you just want to
go get a bunch of subscribers, man.
People on a list, email out whatever your newsletter is, sales letter is. Super easy.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. Richard, I think he's asked this question a few different times, right? Are there consultants available So what we have here at SamCart is if you guys are just getting started, we have a SamCart onboarding team. So if you guys qualify, right, you guys can actually talk to live members of the SamCart team, and we can help you guys get products set up and migrate over, things from other places. I'm selling on Skillshare and I want to migrate, you know what I mean? We've got help to make that kind of stuff happen if you guys qualify. If not, we've got a great support team. Definitely go ask questions and stuff like that. But ultimately, we are here to provide you guys an amazing software that's going to help you guys create what you need to create. We are not necessarily business coaches or mentors. There's a lot of that kind of stuff out there, but that's not really what we do here. We make a lot of free content like this video here to try to help you guys see what's working and get a sense of what are SamCart's top sellers actually doing, so that you guys can duplicate that for yourselves in your own way. But we do not necessarily have services or consultants that can help you guys start from scratch.
Yeah, but check out the YouTube video that you're watching right now. Check out the entire YouTube channel, and there are tons of inspiring posts, instructional posts, support videos, tutorial videos, anything from how to launch your own course, how to upload your YouTube video into a private coaching video, whatever you may want to be, or even like how to write your first ebook or Black Friday sales strategies. There's tons of stuff here on the YouTube channel. Just go to videos and just enjoy the entire library.
Absolutely love this. Awesome comment from Tasha, and we will close it out with this one. This is awesome, guys. I love SamCart. It's changing my life. So grateful for you. Thank you guys so much. I absolutely love that. Tasha, super awesome. If you guys enjoyed this version of SamCart Takeover, drop some love down in the chat. Always love reading the comments and going back through everything we didn't see. If we didn't get to your question, I apologize. But join us next week on SamCart Takeover, and you guys can join us again. It was using the link in the description, luma.ma. You guys can register for next week's event or any future SamCart Takeover events. You guys can check those out. We will be back here again next week with more awesome content teaching you guys about how creators are monetizing their audience and how you can do the same. So on behalf of the entire SamCart team, on behalf of Jordan P. Anderson and myself, thank you guys. Enjoy your Tuesday. We will catch you all in the next one. Take care.